You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi everyone, welcome to Best Bets for Pets. I'm your show host, Michelle Fern. Today, we're going to talk about, we love our animals, but they're messy and they ruin our furniture. So you either have the choice of having your furniture junked up or you get something to help it. I'll be right back. I have a great solution.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
The Boo-Boo-Loon Pet Recovery Collar is an innovative inflatable product that comfortably restricts pets from harming most surgical wounds, skin disorders, and obsessive licking or scratching. It's the humane alternative to the hard plastic cone and other devices. The Boo-Boo-Loon is easy to use and designed to be soft, fully adjustable, and pillow-like, allowing for unrestricted vision and complete freedom of movement. Sizes range from extra small to extra large. So join the Boo-Boo-Lution. Become a Boo-Boo Buddy on Facebook or check out booboloon.com. BOOBOOLOON.com.
Buster, you're telling me my dog food products can't go on your shelves?
That's right. Didn't pass one of my Petco certified nutrition checklists. Sorry, Wayne.
Who made these checklists?
Geniuses. Very smart guys.
Well, it's good enough for most grocery stores.
Do you see cheese puffs on my shelves? Mayonnaise? Soda pop?
No.
That's because I ain't running no grocery store, Wayne. Your pets will get better nutrition, I guarantee it. Petco, where healthy pets go.
Enter the code LUCKY10, LUCKY, the number 10, and get 10% off any order. No minimum at petco.com.
Hi, this is Tim Link, host of Animal Rights on Pet Life Radio. Join me as we feature interviews with best-selling pet-related authors, award-winning writers, journalists, and bloggers. And we'll tell stories about the animals and interesting topics about the animals in our lives. Each of the interviews will give you a first-hand knowledge about why the authors and writers chose a particular story, what the feature animals meant to them, and what has become of those animals that we've talked about. And of course, I'll also share stories from my own books, blogs, articles, and experiences. So be sure to join me and the writers and authors on Animal Rights.
Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com. Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi everyone, welcome back. I'd like to introduce you to Randi Rubin. She is the co-founder of Crypton Fabrics. Welcome, Randi.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on the show. And one thing I can assure you is that we've got the solution for all of the problems that you can even imagine as they relate to your pet.
Oh, that's great. Tell our listeners first a little bit about Crypton Fabrics.
Well, the magic of Crypton fabric is that it's an engineered fabric. And what it's engineered to do is be almost bulletproof, really. It is extremely strong and durable. It has a totally integrated moisture barrier, so that means nothing gets through Crypton. So imagine if you have a pet bed. A lot of times the pet bed just doesn't get just dirty, but it starts to smell. And as much as we don't like to think that our children, my dog is my child, as much as I don't think that she's a smelly dog, if you don't have a total barrier to anything penetrating into the foam of the cushion actually collects all kinds of bacterial agents and dust mites, and the actual foam inside the pet bed is the thing that's smelling. So Crypton has total barrier protection. It has extreme stain and microbial protection. And by microbial protection, we mean that if there are bacteria that hit the bed, it inhibits the growth of those bacteria from spreading. It's also disinfectable, which is the only, Crypton is actually the only disinfectable fabric in the world if you use our disinfectant and deodorizer. So you're talking about a fabric that is easier to maintain than anything that you've ever had, plus the fact that it provides a really healthy and clean solution for your pets. And a lot of people think that we make all of our pet beds for just dogs, and it's amazing how many people tell us that their cat uses our pet beds. They have a lot of dogs on them, actually, but we have a lot of cats also using them.
Oh, that's great information. Now, I know you have a lot of products made of Crypton fabric for pets, but first I tried the travel pet mat. And first of all, my dog loved it, jumped on it before it was even in the car, and just loved it. So he was comfortable with it and all of that. It does a great job of keeping the car nice and clean. And he also stayed on it rather than bounced around the car, which he sometimes does. The big one sits. He sits and he's good. The little one bounces all over the place. So it was just, and it really user friendly. It rolls up. I love how it's, easy to roll up. You take it with you. It's a small size and it's it's perfect.
Right. And if your dog comes in with muddy paws, you just take a damp cloth, wipe it off, and you're good to go.
That's great because wintertime, rains, it snows, it's wet.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
Bad. You mentioned a lot of different products besides the pet mats and beds for dogs. You have products for cats also.
Well, we have products. Actually, we have a lot of different shaped pet beds. And those pet beds, whether they're bolster beds or round beds, we now have therapeutic beds. And we have something called a comfy spot. And a comfy spot is this really, it looks like sort of a big M&M, but it's made out of suede. And cats, I don't know why, they seem to love it. And it's just really a really comfy little circle. And they like that. So, but the majority of people who are familiar with Crypton really do know us for dogs. We have a collection by the world-renowned artist William Wegman. He's the guy that does those funny dogs that you see all dressed up. And when you see his work, you'll know that it's William Wegman. But he's done a beautiful collection of fabrics for us, and he's done many collections of fabrics. So people also are getting something that is very much of a boutique design with their pet beds and all the durability that goes along with it.
Yeah, the William Wegman designs are very cute. I think I can't recall the dog type, of course. It's not a...
It's a Weimaraner.
Weimaraner,
it's a Weimaraner. Yeah, he does Weimaranas, and he dresses them for Christmas, and he dresses them to go to parties, and he has these books, and he's on Sesame Street, but he's decided to do collections of these really, really stunning, funny, great prints. And people that have their dogs don't necessarily want to have an ugly dog bed sitting in the corner of their house, especially if you have a nice house. The big thing I think that Crypton gives you the ability to do, and Crypton, we have these throw blankets, and we call them throwers, and it looks like a blanket, but it works like a tarp. And our throwers, we have solid ones, we have printed ones. Well, what the thrower is this big sort of blanket that you throw over your couch. They're gorgeous. And then when your pet is sitting on the couch, which you know that they will do, you have something that totally and completely protects your sofa. It's not, you don't have to go to the trouble of doing a slipcover. You just get this beautiful throw. People put it on their sofas, on their chairs. Dogs gravitate to them because they're really comfortable. And it's just a great solution because it does the trick in terms of protecting everything. But at the same time, I think it's so important to realize that at this point, you really don't have to sacrifice having things look really pretty. You don't have to have ugly things that are going to be these throwaway dog beds or throwaway, blankets. You don't have to put rags all over your sofa to protect them. You really can have something that's really great now.
Well, what I love, too, is the fact that you have liners so that if you do, say you already have a bed that your dog likes, but like you said, they're smelly and they're expensive when you replace the whole bed. This way, you can just get the liner and clean that out. You don't have to worry because a lot of beds, you can't clean them.
I mean, a lot of beds that you buy that you have it's a very low price point. So you buy this bed and it's not that pretty. You take it home. It gets dirty and it gets smelly. And even if you can clean the cover sometimes, again, like I said, the cushion gets dirty. So What we have found is that we have people that have used the same bed for, like 8 years. It's the same. They don't have to change their bed. And, the dog gets very attached to their bed. And you don't want to have to keep switching it. They like their bed. They like how it just exactly how it's matted down. They like how it's shaped to them. And we don't really think that you need to buy a bed that you have to throw away every 6 months. It's just not necessary anymore.
Yeah, it's a great idea because I've had beds in the past, and other than a couple of them getting they get stinky and you clean the cover. But like you said, the cushion, you can't help what happens to the cushion because you can't really clean that. The liner, fine. But this is a great alternative.
Right, because nothing is ever going to get to the cushion.
Now, where can our listeners find your products?
You can find our products really easily by going to cryptonathome.com, and there's all kinds of products there. They're at Amazon. We have a pet store locator on our website under pets. And if they go online, there are hundreds of places that you can find Crypton products across the board. Our throwers, our travel mats, therapeutic beds. It's just a wide range of things. The other thing that we have that's really fun and people don't think about is we have what's called a mess mat, and that's a little placemat for your dog that sits under the dog bowls that is a total barrier to any liquid going through. So if your dog is drinking water or eating or whatever and things get messy, the stuff goes right to your floor. Well, this totally protects your floor.
That's a great idea.
You just wipe it off. Really great price point and easy to buy as a gift for anybody who has a pet. Just a really fun and easy thing.
Most dogs are sloppy drinkers. They drink and it's all over the place.
My dog, Molly B, is the worst. I don't know what it is, but she just dribbles. And it's great because it used to get all over my floor and it's slippery and it's spotted my floor. This has really, actually, because I have a dog and because of our fabric, I just created this thing. And a lot of people just are loving it. That's in pet stores. It's online. It's all over the place.
Okay. And our listeners can also find out more about Crypton fabrics on the episode section of this show. We'll have a link to your website and a little picture of some of your products. So they can also find that out that way. Anything new on the horizon? Give our listeners a little, sneak listen about?
Well, new on the horizons is a fresh new collection of William Wegman that's coming into the spring. But the newest thing that we have, as you said, is our travel mat. That's why we sent it to you, and we want to make sure that you try it. Because when you try our stuff, then that makes you a believer, It's just your dog will like it, you'll like it, and because Crypton is such an amazing, it's so different than any other fabric that you've ever used. It really, really is. We say that it's life-changing, but it really is. It changes the way that you can use products because you don't have to worry about them getting so dirty. So just, new shapes, new sizes, an expanded line of patterns. But what's up there now is just a huge offering of things, and I think everyone will be really excited.
That's great to know. Randi, thanks so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling our listeners
Thanks, Michelle.
all about Crypton fabrics. And again, listeners, you can go to the episode page of this segment and there'll be information on Crypton fabrics as well as a link to their website. Listeners, these are great products and they'll keep your house clean, your car clean, your floor clean. You can get more information on our episode page of this segment, which will also have a link to the website. I'd also like to thank my staff, Mr. Z, Dennis, and Nikki, for testing, as well as my other testers. A big whoop to you. Thank you. And my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound great, as always. And thank you, listeners, for listening. If you'd like to give any kind of feedback or product suggestions, you can email me at michelle@petliferadio.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with another great show.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Love your pets but wish their medications were a lot less expensive? They are at 1-800-PET-MEDS. You'll not only save on flea and heartworm medications, but on prescriptions for arthritis, incontinence, thyroid, and more. And you get fast service, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Plus, our licensed pharmacists ensure accuracy, monitor drug interaction, and more. See why over 5 million people have trusted their pet's health to 1-800-PET-MEDS, America's largest pet pharmacy. Call now or order online.
Go to 1-800-PetMeds.com/best, BEST, to get 10% off any order and free shipping on orders of $39 or more at PetMeds.com.
How would you like your business to reach out and invite in our audience? We have a brand new trademark concept called InfoSeeds. InfoSeeds are short 20-second seeds of information about your place of business, practice, or service. Is the best, most cost-effective way to invite us in. We only have a limited number of slots left. For more information, visit the website
PetLifeRadio.com.
Click on sponsorship information. There you can listen to a sample of InfoSeed. Remember, only a limited number of opportunities are available.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand. This is the place for a special paparazzi treat. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey everyone, I'd like to introduce Ahdee Abramson. He's the president of Pet Ventures. Welcome, Ahdee.
Hello, thank you. Nice to be here.
You have a fantastic product. If it passed what I call the Mr. Z test, Mr. Z is my dog who is picky, picky, picky. It passes the Mr. Z test, it is a winner. And your product, which is the 100% natural treats, it passed the Mr. Z test. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about these treats?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to hear that Mr. D enjoyed our treats. That's always great to hear. And yes, our freeze-dried chicken liver plus and freeze-dried peanut butter plus has sure become a real hit. And most people know that dogs go crazy for chicken liver and especially go crazy for peanut butter. So it seems like a natural extension for us to do is to come out with those fantastic products. And of course, adding the real fruits and vegetables to them also gives the dog a little bit of extra vitamins and nutrients. So it really makes it an all-natural, healthy treat that, as Mr. Z proves, dogs go crazy for.
Yeah, Mr. Z, it's Zeus, but we call him Mr. Z. He's truly, truly picky. There are treats that other dogs gobble up that he sniffs and walks away. And he's not a little dog. He's 40 pounds. But he went nuts for these treats. Now, what's the difference between a freeze-dried treat and a regular treat?
Well, the unique difference between a regular treat, a baked treat, and a freeze-dried treat, the great thing about freeze-drying is that it preserves all the natural vitamins, nutrients, and all the nutritional integrity of whatever it is that you're freeze-drying. So whereas it's kind of like the difference between boiling broccoli and steaming broccoli, for example. When you boil broccoli, you'll see that a lot of the water turns green. Well, that's a lot of the vitamins and nutrients seeping out of the broccoli. Whereas if you steam it, all the vitamins and nutrients will mainly be locked into that piece of broccoli. So it's the same thing with freeze drying. When you freeze dried chicken liver and say in one of our examples, the sweet potato and broccoli, whatever was in that sweet potato or in that broccoli or in that chicken liver, all the vitamins, the nutrients, the minerals, etc., are all in there once it's freeze-dried, just like it was in its raw state. So it preserves the flavoring and all the nutritional integrity of whatever it is that you're freeze-drying. And that's kind of the unique process between, say, a baked treat or a freeze-dried treat.
That makes a huge difference because dogs don't get all their nutrients, I know, from their food.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, hopefully they're getting a balanced diet from their food, but from a treat perspective, this certainly helps them, get a little bit extra. We can all use a little extra vitamins and nutrients.
Of course. Now, I know your products have no wheat, corn, or soy. What is the importance of that?
Well, over the last few years, there have been more and more dogs that have gotten allergies or become allergic to wheat, corn, or soy. So that's kind of been the big thing in the pet food and pet treats arena, is to find treats that are more accommodating to those dogs that do have perhaps allergies to them. A lot of folks will see them as fillers, that a dog will not typically eat wheat, corn, or soy if it was just him rummaging around. So it's kind of been a big trend in the pet food and treats market. So we're there to try to accommodate those kind of needs and, hopefully prevent any kind of allergic reactions to our treats, which we haven't had any. So that's a good thing.
One thing I was excited about is that you also have treats for cats, because cats seem to get, they're not as, I guess, they like their treats, but they're not so into treats like dogs are. Dogs, they have to have their treats. I did try the treats for my cat. He's not quite as picky as Mr. Z, but he did really, really love them. It seems like it's the same type of item for cats. Is that true?
Yes, well, it's the same formula. They're just made into smaller little bite-sized pieces that are a bit, more appropriate for a cat. Cats typically are not as big as dogs, and they typically don't like as big of a treat as a dog would. So it's the same type of treat, just specifically made for a cat in terms of its shape and size. And really the whole reason that we got into the whole cat treat category was because we just got so many reports from consumers and they were actually sending us a picture of our dog treats with, claw marks going through them as the cats clawed into the dog treats to get some. So cats can be very finicky. So a cat can like a treat today and not like it tomorrow, or not like it today and like it tomorrow. So when we got enough reports that cats were tearing into the dog treats to get them, we figured we have a highly palatable treat here that, cats will actually like and continue to eat. And so far we're hearing reports that they're very satisfied with it.
Well, my cat sure likes it. Now, we didn't leave the bag out for him to claw into, but he claws into. He wants something, he claws into it, for sure.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Personality all his own, he runs the roost here, so to speak. Where can our listeners find your treats?
Well, they can hopefully find them at a local independent pet shop around them. We do have national distribution. Now, it's not always easy for us to find who exactly is carrying our products, because we mainly sell to the distributors around the country. So it's often difficult for us to know which stores in which particular area do carry our products. Now, you can go to our website and find some stores that carry them. We try to update it as frequently as possible with that information. So if you go to www.petinshape.com, that's PETNSHAPE.com, you can find a store locator on there. And additionally, a place that's, we can always guarantee that you can find them is online, because there we do know who's carrying them and you could see who has which products. Because even at the store level, you can carry our products, but perhaps you're not carrying the specific one that your listener is looking for. So the great thing there would be is you can also find them online at such reputable retailers like Amazon.com, Dog.com, HealthyPets.com, Ryan'sPet.com. You could find a listing of some of our online store locators on our website as well at PetInShape.com. There's a whole buy section. And of course, if they ever have any trouble or if there's any way we can help, they can always give us a call, and we'll make sure to walk them through and find the best place for them.
All right. Is your contact phone number on your website?
It is. It's there's an email address and a toll-free number that they can call us at any time.
Okay. Where else can our listeners find out more about the happenings that are going on with 100% natural pet venture treats?
Absolutely. Well, they can go to our website. They can visit petinshape.com. It's PETNSHAPE. And there they can find a section, more detailed information about all our products. They could also find online and brick-and-mortar store locations. But really the biggest arena that we've found in communicating more about our products with our consumers is through our Facebook page. And that is something that where we share videos and we do contests and free product giveaways and things like that through Facebook. So if you go to facebook.com/PetnShape, PETNSHAPE, we definitely encourage you to like us on there, and then you will get updates about product information and just a lot of fun that we have in sharing videos and contests and free product giveaways and discounts and coupons and all that kind of stuff. So we definitely hope and encourage your listeners to go there. And in fact, maybe one thing that we could do is for any listener who friends us and mentions something about hearing us online, we'll send you something free as well. So that's definitely something that we'd be interested in doing.
So, Ahdee, if our listeners go ahead and like you on Facebook, and that's Pet and Shape on Facebook, they'll receive a free treat. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. If they friend us through the end of this year, December 31st, 2011, and they mention hearing us on this podcast, we'll send them a free treat.
Okay, wonderful. Now, listeners, if you miss this special offer, please go to the Pet and Shape's Facebook page after, because they always have special, prizes and giveaways and all sorts of great things. It's Pet and Shape on Facebook.
We hope to see you there.
Ahdee, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling our listeners all about Pet and Shape treats and just all about the great benefits of it. I'm sure our listeners are really eager to try these treats out for their pets.
Oh, well, fantastic. It's been a real pleasure being here, and we hope to be a part of it again sometime in the future.
Thanks again. Okay, everyone, so please go to Facebook and like Pet and Shape, and you will receive a free treat. Please mention Best Bets for Pets or Pet Life Radio, and you'll get a free treat. How great is that? I'd like to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound great. Also, I'd like to thank my crew, Dennis, Nikki, and Mr. Z, for being the best testers and fur babies anyone could have. And thank you, listeners, for listening.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.